Data is created in every corner of your organization, and its amount is still growing exponentially. There's no longer a single person that knows all data available within the company, let alone is capable of deciding upon its use. We've seen the introduction of a federated consortium of data owners or data stewards, people that can take on the responsibility for the business processes they master. But the shift left of responsibilities, as it's referred to, from the data team to those data stewards only solves half of the problem. As of a certain company size, a single person cannot know all employees. So how can someone from the sales department decide whether someone from the marketing department is allowed to access it? Your first question should be, why are you using it? But even then, how can I make sure that this person is allowed to fulfill this purpose? Instead of shifting the responsibility from the central data team to data owners, it should be split. And it should be a shared responsibilities by those that know the data and those that know the people. By splitting it in who can perform a certain purpose and are you allowed to complete a certain purpose, you introduce the notion of project or purpose-based access control. And in an ideal world, you do not stick to these approvals. Someone from sales wants to roll up her sleeves and make sure that you can list your data for a given purpose. And a manager from marketing wants to allow his people to work on that purpose. The latter is often completed by registering people in identity provider groups like in tools like, for example, Microsoft Entra ID. And it's this natural separation of access management which Conveyor enables. Conveyor holds two concepts, which together define the granular level upon which access can be managed, namely an environment, and think of a development or production environment, and a project, think of a use case or a data product. What you can do depends on your rights on the combination of both. To build a project, you need to have a contributor role on the project, and to deploy it to the environment, you need to have the same role for both the project as the environment. To benefit from the access the project has on a given environment, again the same holds. But how do you define them? The data which can be accessed for a project gets declared in code. This can be done by a technical project owner. In a declarative format, you can group data together in data topics or grant projects per environment access to such data topics. The permissions that users obtain per project can be set through our web application. This allows everyone to take this responsibility at hand. Remark that you should not restrict yourself to managing access on an individual level. You can also use teams or groups which you can define within Conveyor or link to those from your identity provider. Managing access has never been so easy nor so secure.